Hey guys, now we are actually going to do something fresh in the HMI screen. So here we have the 1200 Cinematic Comfort panel, and I'm not connecting this with my PLC right here right now. I just want to see these two things in the topology view and going to the root screen right now. So here you can see one thing inside. This is my HMI panel. I'll be showing you a bigger view. So this is my HMI screen. Okay, so here I'm going to add my first thing, that will be the visual digital tag or switch and the output. That means the on and off output. For that, for the basics, this is the basics for the HMI or the SCADA. So one thing, one switch and one light. So here you can see the switches on the elements on the toolbox right here. You can see on the toolbox right here. Inside the toolbox you can see elements. Inside the elements you have to drag and drop the switch from here. Drag and drop. See, drag and drop. So this is my switch, and you can actually double click over the switch and that will be placed over here. So I'm using one switch, and I'm going to show you the properties for the switch. So double click or right click and go for the properties for the switch. So right click on the switch and you can see the properties, and you will be seeing a property window like the TA, like it's a signature TA portal. So the property window also same for everything. So inside the property list you can see the tag. That's the main thing, the tag. The tag I'm going to create an HMI tag right here. I'm going to create an internal tag because I'm not connecting to the PLC right now. At last I'll show you, not at last, after teaching you the analog, I'll show you how to connect or how to connect it with the PLC tags. So I'm using the tag right here. Click on the three dots and you'll be getting a pop-up window. Inside this I'm going to see the HMI tags. Inside the HMI tags I have to add a new one. I have to add a new tag, and I am naming the tag as SW1. That means switch 1, and that also the data type should not be integer, that will be boolean because it's a switch that could be on and off. So the data type will be boolean, so boolean, and okay. So I just created a tag that means switch. That's it. And if you don't want to see the switch label right here, see there's a label switch, and if you don't want to label the switch, you can uncheck that. And if you want to change that into anything like any other things like switch or like what I have to say, motor on or control, and you can see that will be in control. So that is the basics. Labeling and mode format will be switch with the graphics, and see this is the switch with the graphics, switch with text of condition, and I'm using the normal switch. So that is the basics for the switch. And you can see the appearance. Inside the appearance you can see the style, colors, background, on color, off color, everything. Okay, so this is the basic things, and fill button I'm not focusing on right now because it's a bit for the other analog things. And the design, the color, everything you can see here. Layout, inside the layout you can see something fresh. No, it's not inside. Text format, and you can see the style of the text, like off, control, everything, and the alignment also. Flashing I'm not going through that. Limits I'm not going through that because it's for the analog stuff. Style and designs, you can see style and design. Inside the style and design you can make it a bit fancier. If you want to make it a WinCC dark theme, you can see the WinCC dark theme right here, and you have to check this tick button. Now you can see it's a bit fancier, not like the conventional thing. Okay, it's a bit fancier. So that is the WinCC dark theme. You can see switch default, or you can choose any other switches right here from the dialog box, so that you can change that kind of switch. Okay, that's it's a good one. Okay, fine, whatever. So I'm again going to the properties. I'm okay with these properties. I just given the tag providing is the main stuff. That will be switch 1 or SW1. So that is the main stuff. I'm going to add one thing. One thing means this is my light. So one switch and one light. So I just placed one circle from the basic objects. Inside the basic objects we have the circle, or you can place the square or the polygon or ellipse, anything, whatever. So I'm going to the properties again. Inside these properties you can see the appearance. We don't have the controls. Okay, we have the appearance right here. I'm not seeing anything special. Color, fill, pattern, everything only for the layout, flashing, style and designs. I'm using the WinCC dark. It's in the dark theme. No, I'm not using. So anyway, so I'm using the normal property list. I didn't see anything in the tag providing. I cannot see anything. So I'm going to the animations right here. Inside the animations you can see display, movements, everything for this element. This is actually an element inside the WinCC. So I'm going to the overview and you can see appearance, visibility and everything. And inside the appearance you can see dynamics, colors and flashing. Let's see, let's explore that. Dynamics, colors and flashing. So I'm going to that, click on that, and you can see there's a place for tags. Okay, so we can choose our tags. Once you have defined a tag, you can choose from here. Specify the tags for the animation. Click here, and you don't have to create a new one. The same tag that I have provided for the switch. When that switch is on, the SW tag should be activated. Then that tag should activate the light. So I have to choose the SW1. SW1 and the type of tag assignment, that is the range. So I do have two range. I can add the range right here. Range 0, range 1. That means on and off. So the background color should be at the off position, that should be red, and at the on condition that should be green. So on and off color I just fixed 0 and 1, and background color and the border color is black. Okay, whatever, I'm not going through that. Okay, and the flashing I'm not providing right now, and I just provided the colors. Simply switch and light, that's all we need. Switch and light. When the switch is on, the light should on. And I'm going for the runtime. I can click on the screen and you can see this is the simulation. I just want to hit the start simulation for the first time. That might take some time because for the initial compiling and the initial startup, that WinCC simulation will take some time, or the HMI simulation will take some time. Let's wait for a couple of seconds as patient. So a few moments later, here we have the simulation window right here. See, this is my simulation window. Inside the backend I can see my development screen. This is my simulation window, 12-inch panel right here. So this is my simulation window. I can see the light is in the red color and the switch is in the off position. For making the switch in the on condition, I just want to drag and drop. No, okay, double tap. Click on the double tap. You can see that's all. On, off, on, off. This is the basic thing we have to learn in the SCADA first, because this is the on and off control. That's a very basic. Okay, on and off. We did nothing. Let me summarize for you. Minimize, and inside the switch, go to the properties. I just use the tag. See, in the properties, you can see in the general, I just used a tag for the process tag, SW1, a boolean tag. Okay, a boolean tag means on and off tag. Same like the next thing for this, for the circle on the animations, I just go on for the overview on the appearance. Inside the appearance, I just use the same tag for changing the color, because when the control turns on the SW1, this also changes from 0 to 1, from 1 to 0, because it is boolean. So the range start from 0 to 1. So, and you can fix the colors right here, and that's it. Go to simulation. It's your time. Thank you.